To adjust the angle of the front headlight wipers, you are going to need just a 8mm socket. Pretty simple, because there's a nut behind this area right here. This car I've already adjusted, so it's nice and straight, but oftentimes when you see these on Craigslist or out and about, you know, it might be like this or flopping down like that. It's doesn't look great. And if you plan on keeping the wiper on your car, then you might want to adjust it just so it looks good. These wipers on this car are completely non-functional. I don't know, last time they must have worked with some previous owner, I'm sure. I keep them just because they're period correct, as the car came with them, so I'm going to keep them, and I think they look cool. When I was a kid, I thought it was the neatest thing about the Bruno Sacco era. All right, so to adjust, you're going to take this and you're going to pull down. Remember not to force too much, but if these haven't been moved in a while, you know, you might need to do a little bit. This this clamp right here, these two right there, clamp onto here. So when I pulled, it pulled out of there. The other parts you might notice, so on this one, it's not even connected, but that little rubber tube is supposed to connect to the back of this piece right here. Sorry about my finger, but that's the sprayer right there. And the rubber hose isn't even connected to that, but again, this thing's non-functional, so this is mostly for looks. Anyway, this is an 8mm nut here. And when you go to unscrew it, this one's actually pretty loose. You don't have to take it all the way off. You can just loosen it. And if this hasn't been touched in a long time, that may not be enough to do anything, right? It may be kind of seized up. There's some corrosion, just because this is the leading edge of the car, so of course it takes all the abuse. So you might need to jiggle this, or see, that one was a tiny bit stuck. Yours might be really stuck, and so just be careful moving that around, but you can eventually get that out. Maybe some spray will help that too. There is a peg here that this whole assembly sits on. So if you were to take this all the way off, you could remove the whole wiper. Okay? But the way that I adjust this is, not me, but just the way you adjust it is, let's say your wiper was looking, sorry, pull back for a second. Let's say your wiper was like down like this, or it was up like this, and just like in the way. What you want to do is get it to where you want it to be and push the clamps back in, so you have an approximation of, you know, okay, that looks horizontal to me, I like the way that looks. And then maintain as best you can that angle as you pull back again. And I'm doing this one-handed, so I'll probably drop it. But as you do that, then you're gonna wanna tighten this up. Now, I can't do that with two hands, or without two hands. So I'll do that off camera, but thought you might, you know, you could probably figure this out on your own, but just did a little video anyway for you, so you can adjust these. And you may have questions about deleting these altogether, like why do I need these if they're non-functional? And that's a valid thing. A lot of people do it. Mercedes themselves deleted them as well, especially when the Xenons came out in the let's see, the 96 to 98 version. The Xenons were there, and so you didn't have a front wiper. I just love the front wipers because it's nostalgic for me, going back to when I was a little kid, so I'm keeping them. But if you need to delete them, you can get a new one of these. This piece here, it wraps around all the way back there. I have another video about putting in European lights, and it covers taking this piece out, but you can buy that piece. It comes primed, and you'll need to get it painted. So that's actually one of the reasons why I didn't go down the route of doing a delete. One is I wanted to look a little bit more period correct, but two, if I'm gonna get this painted, then it's not gonna match this, and it's not gonna match that, and it's just gonna look funny. I'd rather it all just be kind of the old paint that's all dinged up anyway, and it all kind of matches. Something brand new and fresh, it's not going to look right. But anyway, that's a little extra than what I was supposed to do. But yeah, again, 8mm pull back. These clamps are here. If you want to reattach that rubber hose, if it's disconnected, go ahead. If yours are functioning, mine are not functioning, so I don't care. I'm not going to do it. All right, take care.